comfortable seat, whatever that means for you. For me, I like to sit crisscross or Sukhasana. You can sit on your heels, whatever feels comfortable. Good. Okay, so this breath I originally learned in my first yoga teacher training, and then it came back when I went to this I think it was like a fundraiser with Dr. Weil a couple years ago, I feel like. Maybe it was last year, good Lord, I don't know. And it's 4-7-8 breath, and it's probably been everybody's favorite I've ever shared. We're gonna do that one at the beginning to kind of just arrive, and then we'll do another one at the end, a different version, to get into grounding. So there's gonna be a lot of grounding today. So go ahead and sit up tall. Take a few breaths just to arrive, to park. That's been my new phrase lately, just park once in a while. Park your thoughts, park your body, and allow for the pause. The inhale is going to be through the nose, and the exhale is going to be through the mouth with pursed lips, and you're gonna make like a whoosh sound, like that. The tip of the tongue will be behind the top 2 teeth on the roof of the mouth. That is a yoga practice, which locks in, I think we got someone else, hey Cal, good morning, which is a yoga practice to create yet another bind, another thing to keep the mind pacified on, to concentrate. And it's a Kundalini energy, for whatever that is, right? It's a rising energy. So tip of the tongue stays on the roof of the mouth. So let's just for now take a deep inhale through the nose, natural full exhale through the mouth. And let's begin. Inhale through the nose for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the breath for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, pursed lips, 8, 7, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold 7. Exhale, 8. Inhale, 4. Hold 7. Exhaling, 8. Inhale, 4. Hold 7. Exhale, 8. Last one, inhale, 4. Hold 7. Exhale, 8. Breathe naturally. And just stay still for a moment and just feel. Feel and sense anything within you and around you. As you begin to grow roots through your sitting bones. And already starting to feel a presence about yourself that's softer, lighter, more sensible. And then open your eyes. Beautiful. Okay, so I hope that that helped. And I encourage you to share that with yogis and non-yogis alike. It is a tremendous healing tool that is used by so many people And so many people are posting about it in the medical field that are really needing some help right now. So please pass it on. So we're gonna go ahead and start now with just some gentle motions to open up through the side of the body. Most importantly, through these openings in the side bodies that you don't want to open up and extend the ribs out. So I want you to really kind of knit the ribs in nice and tight, but not to where you're feeling too constricted. And then turn your chin over to the left shoulder and just kind of relax it there. Bring your left hand down beside the hip on the ground. And then lift the right arm out parallel to the right shoulder. Reach with the fingers away from the body and just take an inhale and an exhale. Take another inhale and then exhale, bring the right fingertips down. Inhale, lift the right arm and reach with the fingertips away. And just look for that gentle stretch through the side of the neck. Reaching up and down with the breath. One more, please. And release the right hand down. Turn the chin back to center. Take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, turn the head towards the right. Bring the right chin down, the right chin, the chin down towards the right shoulder. And place the right hand beside the hip. Hug those ribs in again. And then here we go. Inhale, lift the arm. Reach in the opposing direction of the arm. And release the fingertips down. Inhale, lift it up. Just flossing through all of that tenderness and tension through the shoulders, lifting up and releasing down. Any carried burden on the shoulders softening, feeling the shoulders wanting to come down, so allow them to melt. Let's do one more, please. And then place the left fingertips down onto the ground, turn the chin back up to center. Bring the chin down towards the collarbones or sternum. Lengthen through the spine. And then hug the shoulders back and down. Encourage the shoulders to soften. And then inhale, lift the arms up to the sky, palms find each other. And then gaze goes up to the thumbs. And exhale to your heart. Again, inhale, reach the arms up, gaze goes up. And exhale towards the heart. Good. Go ahead and place the hands back on the ground and shift onto your knees. If coming onto the knees is too much for the ankles, you're going to get that blanket I asked you to grab earlier and place it under the thighs, under the heels. Just find some way in which that you can sit like this. And if you can't, just make any adjustments that you need. We're coming into a kneeling position. So I'm going to stay sideways for this one so that you can see what's going on through the side of my body. Okay, so from here, we're going to inhale, scoop the arms all the way up. And then on the exhale, you're going to bring the left hand down to the ground beside your left hip. Inhale, lift the right arm even higher, plug those ribs in. And on the exhale, gently reach over to the left. Turn your gaze down to the left hip. And then bring the right hand all the way back up. Bring the right hand down to your lower back and reach for the left bicep. Hold on to the left bicep. Be soft with the neck and feel an even deeper stretch to the right side of the body. Release the left bicep. Lift the right arm all the way up. And then bring the left hand behind your left glute, behind your left foot. Reach up again, stitch the ribs towards one another, and then exhale, reach back. Gaze is over the left shoulder. Good. Inhale, turn your gaze up towards the right palm. Exhale, bring the right hand down beside the hip. Center the left hand by the center of the left hip. Other side. We're going to inhale, scoop the left arm up. On the exhale, gently reach over towards the right. Pull in the navel here. Don't let the legs get a little too comfortable. We want activation through the inner thighs. Turn the gaze up towards the left arm. And then down towards the right arm. Bring the left arm behind your lower back. The gaze stays down with the right hand. And bind around the right bicep. Left hand holds on to the bicep. And this is where you want to start to get your strap close. Take a few breaths here. Soften through your shoulders. And more feel like a rooting down through the feet. Take a full inhale. And a full exhale. Lift the left arm all the way back up. And bring the right hand behind the left foot to the ground. If you can't reach that, the lower back is fine. Inhale to reach the left arm up. Exhale, slight back bend as you turn to look behind you. Really, really feeling an opening through the left ribs. Good. Inhale, lift the left arm back to center, lift the right arm back to center. And exhale, transition into child's pose. Untuck the toes and softly release down to the floor. Forehead to the ground and elbows to the ground. Get comfortable and find a nice smooth breath that you can follow throughout this practice today. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose with a solid focus and foundation in which you can build your practice on today. To build your day upon today. To hold yourself in a very healing, compassionate light. Not caving into the easy thing, which is getting addicted to watching the TV. Instead, get addicted to yourself, to those that you can serve around you, and hold yourself in a unique presence, a very unique presence that your true colors can really come through on. People tend to magnify their personalities inside of them during times like this. So magnify, which I know all of you have, that light within you, that love within you, that faith within you. Child's pose is comforting because it mimics the pose in which we're in our mother's wombs. That sense of feeling held and cradled and totally nurtured. Take one more nurturing inhale and exhale. Inhale, walk your hands back towards the knees and extend the right leg out in front of you. You're seated on your left heel. If that's too much, just place a block, a blanket, whatever you grabbed at the beginning of the practice underneath your hips. Hold your fingertips down and lengthen through the spine. Good. On your inhale, lift the left arm all the way up. And on your exhale, reach over to the right. Just a nice side reach. Good. Inhale, re-lengthen, pull the belly in. Exhale, reach for the right foot. Lengthen the spine here. And exhale, just a slight gentle forward fold. As soon as you feel the back starting to round, lift up a little bit. Good. Then pushing into the right heel, the right fingertips, inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, bring the left hand behind your lower back. Okay, and find balance here, adjust as needed. And we're in a balance now, seated on that left heel. Lift the right arm up. Good, exhale, reach the right arm towards the right foot. Holding it on the pinky side of the foot and lengthen the spine. Take a full breath. Good. Inhale to rise up and bring the hand beside you. Bring the right foot flat beside the left inner thigh. You're still seated on the left heel. Lengthen your spine. Both arms are going to reach all the way up with the breath. And then on your exhale, bring both arms forward on the inside of the right thigh, like you're about to take off. And then I'd like you to flip your palms to face away from you to make for an easier transition. Reach the arms now as they are to come to your lower back and maybe bind around the outside of the right hip. Work to lengthen here and close your eyes. Really feel the right inner thigh and right hip flexors working here and lengthening through the spine. In yoga, there's something we call pratyahara, which is the withdrawal of the senses. So poses like this that require deep internal stimulation and binds, remove you from the outside world and bring you deeper into center to find deep in what's happening. Hold here for another breath, please. And then release the bind if you have it, and bring the fingertips down. Bring the right heel behind you and come all the way up to standing on the knees. Good, lift the arms all the way up. And then exhale to the center of your hearts. Let's do that again. That felt really nice. Inhale, lift the arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands to the heart and gaze down towards the heart. Stitch the ribs in. We're going to switch sides. Lowering all the way down back to your heels. Bring the hands beside you on the ground. Extend the left leg forward and adjust yourself so that you can find yourself in this position. Although it's challenging, there is a way. So these poses we're doing today, for some people, take years to do. So be patient with yourself. Do what you can, and every time you come into it, it will get easier. So hold here. Okay, keep the left fingertips down. Lift the right arm up to lengthen through the side body. Pulling up the grounding force of the energy through the floor, up and out through the hand, and then gently reach over to the left. Inhale, lift your gaze up towards the right palm. Yep, and then exhale, gently release through the side body. Inhale, lengthen the right arm. Exhale, reach for the left foot. Pull yourself forward by pulling the left leg in towards your hip to lengthen through the spine. Feel what your body's natural tendencies and patterns are. Is it dumping into the lower back and kind of lifting this hunchback? Or can you adjust that and create a pattern that's suitable for more communication and awareness, alertness through your body? And then maybe you can go lower. Good. And then inhale, we lift the right arm all the way back up slowly and bring the right hand to your lower back. Good. Maybe even reaching those knuckles around the left waist. Find your balance, lift the left arm up, and then exhale, fold, grabbing the pinky side of the left foot. Work to pull that left leg into the hip socket. Asking the hips if it's ready to go deeper, then go deeper. Flex the left toes towards you. One more breath, please. Feel all the sensations, allow them. Be grateful for them. And then inhale, lift the torso and bring the left hand down. Bring the right hand down by the hip. Bring the right foot flat to the front of the body. Right knee pointed straight up. We're going to inhale, lift the arms all the way up to lengthen the spine. And then forward fold, right arm on the inside of the right thigh. Grab your towel if you have it handy and really come into this fold, this deep hip opener here. And find a few breaths. This is as deep as I can go today, but if you can go deeper, you can even bring your nose down towards your knee. Okay, then from here, let go of the foot, flip the palms away from you. Yeah. And then reach those palms to bind at the lower back or outside the hip. Good. And then inhale, lift the chest and try to go deeper, exhale. Make sure the left knee is pointed straight up. Good, release the bind. Bring the hands down, extend the right leg out in front of you. Bring the left leg in towards your chest and sit up nice and tall. Bring the right foot beside the left foot and try to sit up nice and tall. Bind your arms around both shins to lengthen the spine. And then release the knees down by the sides, Bakasana, cobbler pose. Good. So I'm going to face forward now, just so that your necks don't have to turn to see me. And then walk your hips forward towards the heels. Good. Okay, and then lengthen through the spine, soften through the shoulders, and take a few breaths here. And release the hands from the feet. Bring the knees all the way back together and coming back into tabletop. From tabletop, walk your hands all the way up to standing on the knees again. And inhale the arms up. On the exhale, bring both hands to your lower back and squeeze the elbows together. Lift your collarbones up. Close your eyes. And just feel like a surging light coming through the center of your body. And then allow yourself just to receive it. Pull the belly button in. Take another full inhale to allow. And another exhale. And then inhale, lengthen again, standing on the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. Step the right foot flat forward into a lunge position. Good. Send the hips forward and press through the back left foot. Press through the front right foot. Continue to send the hips forward. And then lift the left arm all the way up. Scoop the belly in. And on the exhale, reach over towards the right. Using the inner thighs to stay grounded and using the right foot to stay grounded. Inhale, lift the left arm all the way up again. And then bring it to your lower back. Good. Lift the right arm up. Extend the chest all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, bring the right hand all the way down. Bring both hands to your lower back. Reach with the knuckles down towards that left leg or center of the spine and lengthen. Push through the feet to lengthen. Inhale. And then exhale, create even deeper the back bend if your body allows it to. Keep the hips hinging forward, please. Bring the right hand down to the left thigh. Reach the left hand forward to the front of your mat. Reach the left arm now back and behind you. And just feel this nice opening, gentle twist. Good. Bring the left hand back up to the ceiling and then flat down to the ground beside the right foot. Reach the right arm all the way up to the ceiling and turn through the center of the body. Good. Bring the right hand down by the ground. Lift the left knee up. Step it back to downward dog. Go ahead and move freely here in your downward dog. Just to assess the hips. Release anything that you might be feeling, especially in the inner hips here. And hug the arms down towards one another. Now find some stillness, please, and relax your neck down. Take one more inhale. And just allow yourself to softly fall back down towards the ground with the knees. And let it go. Walk your hands up your legs and coming back to standing on the knees. Inhale, scoop the arms all the way up. Exhale and pull it into your heart. Inhale, scoop the arms all the way up. And then exhale, hands to your lower back. Lengthen the pushing into the feet. And then open up through the heart again. Just feel whatever it is there is to feel for you. If your body is ready and is wanting a deeper back bend, lengthen, keep the chin tucked in, and reach back towards the heels. Keep pressing the heart up and forward, and keep your head in alignment with the spine. We're going to stay here for 3 more breaths. Push down through the tops of the feet, and inhale, lift all the way up. Good work, everyone. Step the left foot flat ahead of you into a lunge. Press the hips forward. Scoop the belly in. Here we go. Lift the arms all the way up to the sky. And then exhale, hands to the heart center. Very good. Okay, we're going to bring the right arm up to the sky, left hand to your hip, and then reach over gently to the left. Really massaging through these intercostal muscles through the ribs. Really feel that strength through the legs, the power through the legs, and the opening through the chest. Good. Inhale, lift the right arm up, and then bring it to your lower back. Lift the left arm up. Add a little back bend here, but keep that lower pelvic muscles engaged. Then bring the left hand to your lower back. Lace both fingers. Reach the knuckles down to the ground. Scoop the navel in and open up the chest. Shoulders go back and away from the ears. From here, hold on to the right leg with the right palm. You got it, Laura. Lift the left arm up. If you've got more flexibility in you today, make sure you're hugging in those ribs. Bring the right hand to the left inner thigh. Hold here. Few breaths. Good. And on your inhale, bring the right hand up to meet the left and lengthen through the torso. Bring the right hand flat down beside the left foot and twist your body over to the left. Good. Bring the left hand flat down to the ground or on your fingertips outside the foot. Lift the right knee up. Palms come flat. Lift your hips high, downward dog. Pedal out your feet and get into your hips. Talk to yourself at a deeper level by bringing your breath back to the center of your focus. Center breathing, please. And then please find some stillness here. Pressing the earth away from you with the palms of your hands. Pressing your legs away from you through the muscles in the front of the legs. Lift the tailbone high and get soft through the muscles in the middle of your back. Allow your head and your neck to relax. Maybe lift the chin and lower it, saying yes, and then maybe no. Good. On the next inhale, bring your gaze forward and shift into a plank pose. All the way forward, knee adjust. On your exhale, knees can come down and then lower flat onto your stomach. Inhale, lift the heart face up, send the shoulders back and down. Bring your heels together. Stay here. Then press back up, tabletop to downward dog. Lift the right leg up to the sky. Inhale. Shift the body weight forward. Step the right foot flat between your hands. Exhale. Bring the left heel down to the ground. Inhale, lift the left arm up and then the right arm up. Straighten the torso, warrior two pose. I'm gonna face this way so I can stay facing you all. I don't wanna miss a single thing. Good. And then press down through the left heel. Press down through the right heel. Lift through the ribs and the muscles in the pelvic. And then see if you can get a little lower through your hip to create a beautiful 90-degree angle. That looks really nice, Jackie. Good. Nice. From here, flip your right palm up. Reach it all the way back as you slide the left hand down the left leg. Try not to arch too much in the spine here. We just want to feel a stretch through the right rib cage. Excellent. And then inhale all the way back up to warrior two. Bring the right hand down flat beside the right foot. If that's too much, you just simply grab a block, a book, or come onto the right forearm on the quad. And then reach all the way over your head for a side angle. And then I want you to look for that nice strong line between the top of the left arm and strong left pinky side of the foot. Stay here for a moment and try to get deeper and lower within that right hip. Keep activating through the left pinky side of the foot. Find a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the nose. And then please on the inhale, lift the left arm back up over the shoulder into your lower back. Right. Okay. Look for length in the spine. And then bring the right arm underneath the right thigh and bind behind the hip. Hold. Move past sensation. There you go. Nice, Lori. Full inhale. Full exhale. And then release the right hand down. Lift the left arm up. Push into the right foot. Lift up, warrior two. Straighten the right leg. Hinge from the waist forward so that the right armpit is right above the right knee. Yeah, legs are straight. And then place the right hand down to the floor, left arm up, triangle pose. Scoop the belly in and look for a straight line through the top ribs. See if you can feel that from the left hip to the left shoulder to the ear and out through the head. Good job. And then on the next exhale, bring the left hand down. Bring the right hand outside the right foot and flip the left toes to face the front of the mat. Shorten your stance a little bit. if you need to do that to keep the heels down to the ground. Take the right hand to the hip. Press the right hip back. Reach the left arm forward and strengthen through the mid-back. Push down through both heels actively and lift through the inner thighs and feel how that creates more space. You've got it. Then take the right hand all the way forward to meet the left. Push through the feet to inhale, straighten the body all the way up. Flip the left heel back into warrior two, 45-degree opening. Very good. Okay, we're gonna bind in warrior two in a different way now. Bring the right hand back down to the ground. Bring the left hand down to the ground beside the right. Bring the right hand to your lower back. And then bring your left hand underneath the outside of the right thigh. I'm gonna turn again so you can see my view. And try to bind this way, really rotating from the mid-spine. I need a strap for this one. It is a pose that I've been working on for a very long time. So I'm gonna go ahead and offer myself a little bit of help here. Just work through what you have. Really turning through the mid-back. Good job. And then release your strap. And step it back, downward dog, clear it out. Pedal it out. Good job, everyone. You should really feel something happening deep within your hips. Shift forward, please, into a plank pose. Lower down to your knees or flat to your belly. Let it go. Inhale. Baby cobra pose or full up dog now if your body is ready. And then back again, downward dog. Lift the left leg up to the sky, please. Inhale. Step the left foot flat between your hands on your exhale. Ground down through the right heel. Push through both heels, lengthen the spine. Inhale, lift the right arm up, lift the left arm up, warrior two. Yeah, so get your torsos aligned right over your hips. And then check out your left knee. Make sure it's centered right over the middle of your left foot. And get that left hip nice and low. Good, much better. Good job. Okay, bring the left palm up. And then reach it back. Slide the right hand down the right thigh. Look for length through the left intercostal muscles here. And find deep breaths. Use the breath to go deeper and to really give the massage to the inside of the body. Good. And then here we go. Press through both heels. Lift up the torso and the arms back into warrior two. And then left palm down flat to the ground. Or, if you need, left forearm onto the left leg, whichever feels best in your body right now. Reach out with the right arm and feel your side angle. You're looking not to pop out the hip, but sink into the hip, sink into the left hip, and straighten through the right side body. Much better. Good. Turn your gaze, if you're okay with your head, towards the right shoulder, towards the hand, or just simply look down to the floor. Just have an intention with what you're doing from head to toe. Be conscious of every breath and every motion, every contraction. Bring the right hand to your lower back. Good. Turn the right shoulder back and away from the front of the body. And then bring the left hand under the left thigh and try to bind. We're going to hold here for just 3 breaths. I want you to feel sensation. I want you to feel strong. I want you to feel centered. Very good. And then release the bind. Lift the right arm up. Press back up, warrior two. You got it. And then straighten the left leg out. Oh, excellent work. Lengthen through the ribs. And then extend and hinge over that left hip to bring the left armpit over the left knee. Release the left hand down to the ground, open up into your triangle pose. Those of you who have an advanced practice on here, you can pick up the left big toe with the left hand and pull it up towards you. You're going to feel even more sensation through the right hip. Take a few breaths here. Be conscious again with your vision, your concentration. Completely disciplined in your practice here. One more breath. And then bring the left knee back into a bend. Place the right hand down to the floor. Frame the left foot with the left and right hand. And flip the right toes to face the front of your mat. Straighten both legs out and lengthen through the spine. Bring your left hand to your hip. Encourage the left hip to go back towards the right heel so that your spine is perfectly framed between the two little SI joints in the back. Breathe. From here, if your lower back can handle this demand, lift the right arm forward and keep sending the hips back. Reach the left arm forward and come to standing by pressing in through the legs, torso up, hands over your head. Open the feet back out into warrior two. Very good. Okay, now this is where we're going to come into that really deep bind through warrior two. So you're going to bring your left hand down outside the left foot, right hand down inside of the right foot and grab your strap. Then you're going to bring your left hand to your lower back, your right hand or right arm on the outside of your left thigh, and this is where you try to bind. Really get lower through your hip, lengthen through your stomach, and hold wherever you are. Good. Release the bind. Bring the right hand down. Bring the left hand down. Lift the right heel. Step it back. Downward dog. Let that go. And breathe. Good. Shift forward again, please, into a plank pose. All the way down flat to your stomach. Up dog or cobra. Shoulders back. And then downward dog again. Let's really give those hips a nice stretch now. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky and bend the right knee. Stack open the hips and press down through the right hand equally as hard as you are with the left hand. And just feel that nice opening. And then re-extend the right leg back up to the sky slowly. And step the right foot flat between your hands. Good. I'd like you to bring the left heel down again, please. And then I'd like you to bring your hands all the way up over your hips. Torso rises with you. And then exhale to your heart center. I'm going to adjust myself again so that y'all can see where I'm going. Good. Okay, and then I'd like you to bring your right elbow on the inside of your right thigh. Nice. Good. And then press with your right elbow or your right arm into your right thigh and right thigh into the arm. Hold here. Good. Okay, and then I'd like you to go really slowly, pressing into the right foot, so standing all the way up, hands over your head. Sink into the left hip as you lift the right toes up. This is called Skandasana. There you go, Lori. And then bring your fingertips down. And then I want you to lift your booty up a half of an inch instead of getting lazy and sinking into your joints. Right. Okay, lift your hips up slightly, and then take your left hand, reach it forward, and wrap it around the front of your left shin. Holding on to the outer left hip. If this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, the right arm goes all the way up to the lower back and binds. Yes, this is a very demanding posture. You're pulling up strength through the inner pelvic muscles and pressing firmly down through the left foot and right heel. Take one more breath. And then take the right arm up to the ground. Left hand up to the ground. Walk your hands back to the front foot. Flip the left heel up. Sink your hips. Step back, downward dog. Take 3 to 5 breaths in downward dog. Strengthen and lengthen through the inner thighs up into the hip muscles. Push through the floor. Lift your hips up. Hug your ribs in. Everything you've learned along the way on the mat, pull them all together here in downward dog. Good. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Left foot flat between your hands. Here we go. Good. Okay, we're gonna bring the right heel down. Bring both hands up over the body. Bring the hands down through heart center. And then bring the left elbow into the left inner thigh. Push that left inner thigh away from you as you kind of wrap the tailbone in and under. And pull in, so it's this opposing action. Lengthen. Good. And then we're gonna go for that big transition here into Skandasana. Straighten through the left leg. Flip the left toes. Lunge into the right hip and lift the left toes up. Elbow into the right inner thigh now. Lift up an inch higher than you think you want to go and press yourself. Good. Bring your fingertips to the ground. Tuck in a little bit more through the tailbone and scoop the belly in. Bring the right hand forward. Wrap it around the front of the right shin. Lift the left arm forward. Wrap that to your lower back. Bind outside the right hip. Lift the chest. Good. Hold here. 3 breaths, please. Just do what you can. Again, like I said, these binds take years for people to find. Release the left hand to the floor. Release the right hand to the floor. Center your hands in between your feet and bring the head down to the floor. Work to lift your tailbone high to the sky. And bend your elbows in, please. Press into the hands to straighten the arms out, lift your gaze forward. Heel toe the feet in so you're not quite as wide. And then forward fold a little deeper. Reach with your right hand to your right big toe. Reach with your left hand to your left big toe. And hinge your weight forward and lift your tailbone high. Feel this in the back of your legs. Push through the inside and outside of your feet. Navel is tight. Good. And then forward fold again. Those of you who would like to practice an inversion, bring your head down, hands down, and make your way to tripod headstand. Otherwise, just stay deep into a forward fold. Tripod headstand, people, I'll guide you through it. So you're in your wide forward fold, the top of the head comes down. Squeeze the elbows together, lift the feet up. Navel works hard, and then you press all the way up. Slowly transition all the way back down. Walk your hands to the front of the mat or left foot. Release the right knee down, send the left knee back, child's pose. Let all of that just marinate within you. Bring your forehead to the ground and return back to the breath. Transition your breath smoothly in and smoothly out. Great work, everyone. Good job sticking with it, Jackie and Utah and Kara and Laura and Lori and Jess and Kelly. I recognize your practice. I recognize your work to stay disciplined. Recognize that within yourself now. And then slowly, please lift all the way back up to tabletop. Cross your ankles and come to seated on your tush. Good job. Okay, let's give ourselves a neutral twist. So just feel the sit bones beneath you again. Just a nice and easy turn. Left hand to the right knee. Just a gentle turn here. And then back to the middle and over to the other side. And then returning back to the middle. Okay, extend your legs out in front of you again, please. And shake out your legs. Maybe let the toes open and close. Just loosen it up. Become a little fluid, a little softer. Okay, and then I'd like you to bring the right foot flat inside the left thigh. Good. Okay, now we're gonna ask, actually you gotta get your strap hands again. We're gonna come into this bind. It's Marchiasana, it's a version of Marchiasana. It's going to demand a lot of lift through the inner thighs and the pelvic muscles, a lot of rooting and grounding down through the floor. And it's going to ask you to turn deeper than you probably are comfortable with. And that's kind of the point. It's to remove these little bubbles that come out of our heads and to see if we can move safely in the transition, to remove our external thoughts and allow our bodies to open up in the way at which it's meant to open up. So keep your strap nice and handy over here. So we already have done this one where we reach forward and when we bound outside the right hip. Now we're gonna bind in a different way. So this time, you're really the right hip is going to want to come up, and that's okay for beginners. I'm still there. If you want to place a blanket underneath the right hip, you can do that. Okay, and we're just gonna reach up now, pushing through the left heel, right foot, and left hand high to the sky. Okay, and then reach the left hand to the inside of the left foot. And just really try to turn your left armpit towards the right knee. Use your right hand to kind of help the right knee to get there. Really turn, turn, turn. And as you can see, my left foot is wanting to come up, right? And once you get that right knee as close to the left armpit as you can go, you're gonna bring that arm on the outside of the right leg. And I'm gonna grab my strap here. And if you can find another way, I'm actually gonna place the blanket under both of my hips because I really wanna feel this opening in my mid-back. That's my Achilles tendon here. So I'm gonna actually put the blanket under both of my hips. I'm gonna bind now. So my left arm is on the outside of my right leg, up into the armpit, right arm behind me, and I got it. So happy. And bind. I would love to move, but I can't. Good, Lori. Hold here. Really turning, pushing, and gently release. Good job, you guys. And some of you were like, oh, that's nice, Laura. Good job. Extend the right leg out and shake it out. All right, we're gonna try that on the other side, but first let's release that lower back. Hands behind you, bend the knees. And even if you just turn a little bit, the demand in the mid-back, practicing this over and over again as often as you can, every day, long term, you're never gonna be one of these hunchback people. And I know that if I don't correct that, one day I may be there, which is another indication of slowing down. And I don't know about you, but I'm gonna stay healthy through all of this. And I want all of you to stay healthy with me. All right, so let's do this on the other side. So I'm keeping my butt right here on this blanket where it is. Right leg's gonna go out. Left knee's gonna point up. Sit up nice and tall. Just arrive for a second. Take a breath in through the nose. Breath out. And then lift the arms and just reach. Come send the directions forward of where you need to go. So again, just a reminder, the bind we've already done was this one, and now we're doing the opposite of that. Okay. So I'm not going to face you on this one because I want you to see the difference in two sides. So the other side was possible, but this side, probably not so much. All right, so here we go. I'm going to lift the right arm up, reach it over, and then bring my right armpit on top of my left knee. And I'm going to use my left hand, so I guess I can't actually show you this part. So I'm really going to use my left hand to push my left knee in so I can get my knee under my armpit, and then bind. Holy moly, it's happening. I can't believe it, you guys. It's from you saying good job. All right, so I'm pushing, I'm binding. Barely, but it's there. Turning my chest, lengthening, hips pushing to the ground. 3 breaths, everyone. and release. So anyone else gonna give me a thumbs up? I'm curious. So as I can see, it's a hard one. A thumbs down. It's all right. It's a hard one. That one took me, how many years have I been doing this? 7, 8 years to do it. It's only recently, y'all. It is not an easy one. But it's that discipline. It's that wanting to create strength and mobility in the mid-back. Okay, bring the hands behind you. Really good job. Knees go left and right. Ah, good. And then if you've got that blanket nearby, just bring it down by your feet. You're gonna need that in a second. Okay, so we're gonna hold on to the back of the thighs, lengthen through that mid-back. So this is dumping. I'm dumping. We're not dumpers, right? We're holders. Holders of space. Okay, and lift those feet up. Open up the arms wide and try to hold here. And then as slowly as you can, transition inch by inch to the ground. So this is going to be a second opportunity for an inversion. So those of you who didn't take the first one, here's a second chance. So just simply lift the legs up to start to the sky. So all yoga classes should have a back bend and an inversion and a twist. So even if this is just it for today, this is perfectly fine and acceptable. What I would like you to do is to get your heart higher than your head. So I'm going to ask you to please bring the shoulders under the body a little bit until you feel like the chest puffs out. And hold here. Good. So you're feeling something happening through the hip flexors. Your belly is tugging upward. And then hold the chest as it is. Bend the knees and place the feet down. You're already in a half fish pose. So keep walking the shoulders under and come even more into a fish pose. Bring the elbows to the yoga mat, fingertips point up. Push into the elbows and lift to the top of your head. Open up through the chest. Soften the arms back down. Stay here, squeezing your knees together. If there's another version of fish pose you would like to do, by all means, go ahead. For one more breath. And then slowly press into the elbows and lower down. Let the knees gently fall to the right. Let the arms open up by the sides. Keep the right knee where it is, nice and loose down to the ground. And then kick the left leg straight out to the right. And just rest it where it lands. Just keep it straight though. Those of you who would like to bind, you're going to continue to lift that left leg up towards the right shoulder and grab that right hand to the left big toe and just gently tug that leg into its hip and up towards the shoulder. You can let the foot rest on the hand. Just encourage the chest to open up here and take a few rounds of breath. Allowing everything to settle. Take a full breath in and out. Release the bind. Rebend the top knee. Pause. And slowly lower onto your back. Straighten out the spine. Create some space between the knees. And allow both knees to gently fall to the left, please. Stay as you are with the chest opening up. All holding melted off of the shoulders. And then possibly, if you would like to go deeper, kick the top leg straight towards the left shoulder. Grab the big toe with the left hand. Pull the leg into the left shoulder while also compressing it into the hip. Close your eyes and land. Take 4 to 5 breaths here. And then make your way slowly back to neutral, release the bind. The binds that unbind us, isn't that ironic? And come back onto your backs. If there's any last thing you'd like to incorporate to complete your practice, now would be the time. Otherwise, Shavasana, final resting pose. Extend the legs out in front of you. Let the feet just naturally turn out and open. Bring the arms down by your sides. Be conscious about the palms and which direction they face. Cover your eyes with that towel if you have it handy. Allow the light to fade and to go deeper within the layers of your body. We're going to return back to another breath practice, another technique to soften even more through the center of our minds. The amygdala, located right beside the pituitary gland, which controls our fears, our anxiousness, and our calmness. And we're going to try to access that through our breath. So be natural and soft with your breath. Imagine you can see the center of your brain softening, melting to the back of your head. Lots of space everywhere in the mind between the ears, clear pathways, smooth breath, in and out. Take a full inhale and a full exhale. Inhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for a count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep that up. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale all of the energy within the entire body into the mind. Exhale, contract it into the center of that amygdala or mind, pituitary gland. Inhale all of that sense of whole and healing from the entire body. Exhale and concentrate it right there in the center of your mind. 3 more times. Inhale all of it. Pull it towards you. Concentrated exhale. 2 more. And last one. And then rest. Rest in the sacred space that you've created within the center of your being. In a space of complete spaciousness and acceptance. And feel where you've arrived, perfectly parked on your position on your floor, either in your home or outside. Releasing all judgment, all comparison. And allowing yourself to sink deeper within your body. Try to still your eyes upward towards that space we focused on in our minds. And allow them to rest there. All day long, our eyes shift from thousands of different perspectives, 1,000 times a day. Give yourself just these few couple of minutes to direct upward and inward. Focus there completely. As you shift yourself into a witnessing mind, a neutral mind. Witnessing a clear perception. You're now beyond any self-limitation, any self-judgment, and self-comparison. You're awakened into your vastness of strength and energy and light. You've moved from unsteadiness to grounding emotions and energy, mind, and harmony. Take this harmony now to move through the fingers and the toes. And bend your knees. Lift all the way up slowly to come forward, facing each other virtually, energetically. We are energetic beings. And once you come up lifted, bring your hands to your heart center. I love seeing your smiling faces back at me. I wish you all harmony and peace. Thank you for practicing together. Namaste, everyone.